Hi, and welcome to my review of the ADV Flex backpack. This is going to be a very casual review. I'm not a professional YouTuber, not a professional influencer. I haven't made a YouTube video in over 10 years, but I just really love this backpack and I wanted to share from a perspective of just a normal user what this bag is like. I'm going to try to go through with as little cuts as possible, but I also want to make sure that I cover the interior, exterior, what I carry in my bag, what it can fit, and just general aesthetics on how it looks. Let's start with the exterior of the bag. It's made out of a 400D Codra nylon, and it's weather treated, meaning it can handle rain, some snow, probably sand. I haven't dug in a desert at all, but in fact, I did take it to an indoor court last weekend, and the walk from my car to the court was probably about 45 seconds in pouring rain, and it handled it very well. Nothing got inside. So the outer shell is really nice, really solid, feels great. You'll notice, I'll zoom in here, that these zippers are reverse coil zippers. They are not PU treated, which means it's polyurethane, it's a type of plastic, and they'll use those to basically add a little extra water resistance. They're nice to have, but on the same time, a lot of people report in other bags that, especially if you live in humid climates, that the polyurethane will start to peel, and it honestly just makes the bag look cheap, for lack of a better word. So I really prefer that they just went with the reverse coil, normal zippers. Honestly, great job there. Moving on to the front side of the bag, you'll notice two things right off the bat. The crazy accent colors here. This is in the Volt colorway. It looks a lot better in person than I think it does on their website. It adds a nice little pop to the bag. The color also is like a charcoal, heathery color shell. And then you'll notice there's a quick front access pocket, and then there's this awesome slip pocket. It's got two magnets, one about here, one about here. And this, you just put it or slide your hand in, you can undo the magnets, get in down in there, and it goes all the way down into the bottom of the bag. I use this mostly for my paddle, especially when I'm heading to the courts. I'll slip my paddle in right down here. I'll show you that later. And then it's just a quick, easy access, put it on the rack, and then you're ready to go and get ready for play. On the sides of the backpack, you've got a water bottle holder on the right-hand side, a quick access handle, and then this is a zip pocket for a 16-inch laptop. You can also fit other things in there as well, but that's basically what they designed that for, is, you know, laptop access. On the left-hand side of the bag, you'll notice also another water bottle pocket with a stretch mesh opening, and you've got these loops here if you want to attach carabiners, hand sanitizer, whatever you'd like. Moving on to the back panel, you'll notice a nice reinforced handle here. It's really nice. It's like seat belt type nylon, very thick and plush though. You've got a hidden hook here. You've got your straps, which are EVA foam padded, I'm pretty sure. And then you've got some EVA foam on the back panel as well. A luggage pass-through, which is really great if you're going to take this bag traveling. And then you've got, it's hard to see, let me zoom in a little bit, but you've got this nice sternum strap that's on sliders so you can move it nice and easy. One thing I will say about sternum straps on sliders is if it does come off, it is a pain to put back on, but the convenience of being able to just kind of slide it around, find your fit, click it, and then you're good to go. One thing also about the back panel I will say that I'm not a huge fan of, and you'll see me struggling with it here, is getting out this fence hook can be kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm, digging, and again, they don't make it quite as easy as I'd like it to be, but then boom, you've got your fence hook, and you can hang right from here. One thing I did forget to mention is there's also a quick access pocket on the back panel here. This is where I store my AirTag if you've got like your wallet or something like that, something you want pressed up against your back, especially while you're wearing it for safekeeping. It's a great place for it. Next, I want to go into the internals of the bag, so I'm going to zoom out here, and then I'm going to swing her back around, and let's open this front quick access pocket. So the quick access pocket, you can see here, I've got a face mask. It's currently flu season, and there's a lot of sick people. I've got my glasses case here. I've got a glove that I wear occasionally, but you've also got a key leash here, which is great if you want to put your keys. It's plastic, so just be careful of that it can break. It's not like a metal one, but that's attached to the bag as well. You've got a zippered pocket up top that runs about to right here on the bag. And then you've also got this nylon pocket as well. I've just got some gum, an inhaler, it's stashed in there. But this is really great. This is where I'll keep my phone. I'll pull out my phone and throw it in here, especially during while I'm playing, because I can just throw it right here, zip up the pocket. If I'm done, want to check my phone in between games, just unzip it. It's right there. Quick, easy access. Absolutely love that. Next, I want to go into the main compartment. So we're going to undo the zipper here. And this main compartment is great. It opens up clamshell style. So I'm just going to toss the bag down. And then it flips all the way open. And it exposes that beautiful Volt color. And again, it looks, I don't know, it looks kind of weird and tacky on camera. But honestly, it really pops in person. And I find it just awesome when you have a bunch of black gear that it really just allows you to find what you're looking for quickly. So let's start with the front flap here. As you can see, there's actually three pockets, I'm so sorry. The first one is a mesh pocket. It's a very fine light mesh, and this is where I store my overgrips and my paddle cover, or paddle, what do you call them? The edge guards, I guess. Then there's a second pocket that's just a nylon pocket. I don't know what the interior lining denier is. I forgot to ask. I would assume it's probably like a 200D. It's very light. It's not, super thick. But there's a nice little pocket here as well for storage. And then finally on the bottom, there is a see-through like plastic pocket. And this is good for like lotions, stuff like that. Things you want to be able to quickly see, but also protect the bag a little bit more from, if something spills, it's not going to spill into the main compartment of the bag. It's only going to go against the face. So that's the front cover. And then you can see here, I'll unpack some of the stuff that I've got in here. You can see there's ball net storage on both sides. So you can store up to 6 balls. I will say that I don't recommend storing 6 balls, 3 on each side, because it does kind of eat into the water bottle pocket, and I'll show that later. The main pouch of the bag is just kind of a normal nylon pocket. Good dump pocket. Honestly, I don't really use it, but if you had like a packing cube or something like that and you were traveling, you could throw your packing cube back here. It would work great. Up top here, you've got another mesh panel. I've just got some deodorant. Actually, I guess my inhaler is down here. But honestly, it's a great massive space. Like they advertise it at 27 liters. Just judging based off all the backpacks I have, I'd say it's probably closer to 25 liters. But I still think it's a good size for a daily carry, especially for pickleball. So that's the main compartment. I'm going to zip it back up, and then, whoops, my glasses case has fallen out, so we're going to put that back in. Behind the scenes. So I'm just going to zip her back up. Sorry, as I hit the camera. And then let's go into the paddle pocket. First thing I want to note here is the paddle pocket has this locking plastic clip. So you can actually attach the two, and of course I'm fumbling around with it. You can attach the two zipper pulls together, and then it kind of just acts as like a very minor threat deterrence, or someone wants to steal it, kind of acts as like a small deterrent. But something's better than nothing. I can't fault them for doing that. But then you're going to open her up, and then you're going to see inside. You can fit 3 paddles inside. I've got 3. These are my normal paddles. This is an enhanced duo, and then I've got my carbon true foam. That's an elongated handle that I'm trying to use and get better at my 2E with. So we'll see how that works. But let me take out the paddles real quick. If you can see inside that this pocket is thermal lined, which means it'll help, especially if you're outdoor in the summer heat. It'll keep your paddle from getting too hot. It'll help regulate temperature just a little bit. And there's plenty of room as well. So if you've only got 1 or 2 paddles, you can throw them in here on the bottom portion. And then this upper portion you can still use for other storage like a tablet, recording gear, if you run out of space in your main pocket. You can see the water bottle holders here are really nice. Actually, they've got this nice stretchy elastic on either side, and they've also got a mesh down on the sides as well. So it allows the bottle to really expand out. So this is the side where I have my balls stashed on the inside, I'm going to try to fit this 32-inch Nalgene in there. And you can see it's really just like it fights and you can't quite get it in. I probably could get a 24-ounce Yeti Rambler in there. But again, because the balls are protruding, and it's hard to see from this side, but let me try doing it from this angle. As you can see, it's just really a struggle because the balls eat in and they're stuck there. So if I move over to the other side of the bag though, you've got the exact same pocket. I can quickly slip in that 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. I've slipped in a 24-ounce Yeti Rambler before. They work great. The one thing I will say is if you go with a larger bottle, say like this 32-ounce Nalgene, you run the risk of stretching out the elastic quicker. So that's only going to last so long. And that's one of my fears with this bag. Yes, it does have a 10-year warranty, but if you're stretching out this elastic day after day after day, you could run into issues with it just losing the elasticity and then your water bottle falling out. One thing I did forget to mention, and it's probably one of my favorite things about the bag, is you can see the bottom has gotten super dusty and dirty. That's from my floor. But the bottom is extra reinforced, and it's got, I think this is polyurethane as well, but really reinforced bottom. And then there's this bottom zipper pocket here, which is the game changer for me, and this is what made me decide to buy this bag over other bags, is they've got this deployable mesh canopy, and you can attach it here to these little accent loops. And then, let's see if I can do this on camera. Everything's always harder on camera, of course. And then what you can do is you can take your shoes, let me grab my shoes, and you can stuff your shoes into the canopy, and then they just hold like that, and then boom, you can carry around your shoes on the outside of the bag. It doesn't take up any extra space internally, and you're not stinking up your bag with your nasty, smelly shoes. 10 out of 10, love this, best feature, really enjoy it. I was looking at another bag that doesn't have any internal storage. It's about the same size as this. Their idea is to basically attach a packing cube to the front of the bag, and that just added too much bulk, and I couldn't handle that. So this is why, honestly, the game-changing decision for me on the ADV Flex. So let's go through what I pack in the bag. This is kind of the last chapter of it. I'm going to take my paddle out. And you can see even with my shoes in the bag, if I just take this, shove it in, boom, the paddle fits great. You don't have to worry about it, and I can just pull it out whenever I need it. That's with the shoes attached. In terms of the bag, I usually carry some compression sleeves. I usually carry 3 balls with me just in case, but I can carry some compression sleeves for my feet, actually for my legs. I carry a small first aid kit for scrapes, bruises, and stuff like that. I carry some glasses that are non-polarized. These are from Carbon. It doesn't really matter who you use, but just in case it's bright outside, I don't like using my polarized sunglasses. They tend to help me keep. This helps me keep my depth perception a little bit better. And that's usually what I'll pack out. Sometimes I'll pack a change of clothes. As you can see, I've got plenty of area down here in the bottom of the bag, or the top of the bag, excuse me, and even on the bottom. So I could pack a full change of clothes here, especially if you have a packing cube. ADV makes packing cubes. I haven't tried theirs because I already have 2 different brands of packing cubes. But I've got some Peak Design packing cubes. I can fit the medium in here just fine. I have to kind of rearrange stuff, but the medium will take up this whole space here. And then I've got the smalls that you can fit, 2 of them in here as well. So honestly, I love this bag. I've only been using it for a couple weeks, but I really do think that it's going to stand the test of time. And I'm just really proud of it. I'm proud of the team at Advanced. I think they really listened to people when, they were saying, hey, we've got these issues with pickleball bags. And they're like, okay, what can we do about it? And like, how can we make a bag look good and still be functional for pickleball? And honestly, I think this is it. I think the sticker price is $225, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I will verify and double check. But honestly, it's quality materials. The zippers are YKK. It's Codra nylon. It's weather protected. I can't sing the praises enough about this bag. I truly have been enjoying it. and just thought everyone should kind of get a perspective from somebody else. So thanks for watching my review on the ADV Flex backpack. Appreciate it if you could leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, feel free to tell me what I could improve. I might try to get back into reviewing some products of mine. I want to do a review of the Duo paddle eventually. I've really been enjoying that. I've also got some other bags that I've purchased, and I'd like to do some reviews of those. But I just really wanted to get this out there because, again, the pickleball scene, while growing, the gear scene is dominated by, I'd say, a dozen or so individuals, and I just wanted to get an opinion from an average Joe. So I would say, seriously, I don't want to say 10 out of 10, but if I did, I'd say probably a 9 out of 10. Honestly, great quality backpack. I do see this lasting 10 plus years, so I'm not worried about having to do a warranty return. If something does break, I will let you guys know and do a quick update video and go from there.